Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol JAGX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like you this time frame that does a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. This one's pretty sketchy, the chart, and it's kind of tricky to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, if you're a day trader and you bought right there, or you bought right there, or you bought right there, or heck, maybe even bought right there, and in any of those instances you wanted to sell within 30 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you the chart looks pretty bad. Now, if you care about the big picture of things, the chart still looks pretty bad, but there is at least a chance, there's at least a little bit of hope from the big picture perspective. Why do I say that there's some hope? Well, again, this definitely assumes you care about the big picture of things, because to be fair to the bulls, even though the chart's looking pretty rough right now, the price could start to go sideways here. And then let's say the price eventually starts to work its way back upwards. Again, emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a set of lows here. You'd have this previous set of lows down here before things woke up. If you envision these as stair steps, well, you would still technically have stair steps progressing in the upwards direction. Again, I fully realize if you're a day trader and you bought up there, you couldn't care less about these stair steps. But that's why I try to kind of offer up a warning that I was emphasizing big picture. But I mean, pretty much just things on thin ice. The thin ice point being, let's call it at $1.45. But if the price breaks through $1.35 or $1.45 and then continues to separate to the downside, if that were to happen, and I'm not trying to insult your intelligence here, but that would literally be putting the price right back to where it was. And price movements that are genuinely strong are not going to be going back to where they were, right? I think that's pretty much a point that we can all agree on. But to be fair, it has not gone back to where it all started because the price could still technically build that higher base. So yeah, if you haven't connected those dots, definitely the key level going into tomorrow and next week is that $1.45 mark, because anything really below there is essentially the price right back to where it started, and that's just not a sign of true strength at all. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.